true honor for my family to be here. It's very, not loud enough? It's an honor. It's been really crazy years, so being able to connect with people face to face and share wines and have you guys try our little babies is a very special moment for us. So my father unfortunately really couldn't make it, but he sent me instead, and he's asking for all of you guys to travel when you can to Burgundy and come to the monastery. I promise you will not have to dress like monks. It's a very modern monastery now. But so in order for you guys to really enjoy these wines, I just want to give a little quick background of our story. The Cellier aux Moines was founded by the monks in 1130. The monks were now known to be great farmers, and they absolutely knew where to plant good vines. They would not sell their wine, but they would send their wines to the Vatican. So we found really old receipts, business receipts from the Pope, showing our wines on their wine list, if you may say so. So they knew how to have a good time for sure, and they ran the estate for centuries. So it was really special. When my parents bought the domain early 2000, it was in a really terrible shape. So it was really sad because it's part of the French patrimoine. It's classified, and they made a mission out of their retirement plan to restore this place, to restore the vineyard, and to fix these old walls without disturbing the old monks that were probably still watching us. If you meet my mom, she's going to tell you a whole bunch of stories about that. They're still walking around peacefully. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I think it's the altitude. I did not and I had a big night last night. Thank you, Keller. True Boulder fashion. So when we restored this monastery, it was a really special moment. We discovered new rooms. We discovered some secret passage that were bringing us to the village. It was an extraordinary moment. We found signs on the walls. I really need you guys to promise me you will try to come one day. Because by going there, you will feel what we feel. And it was just pure magic. So the whole family's involved. It's a family business, and we now have a winemaker called Margot, who used to run, he was chef de cave at Romanée, so a pretty special place as well. But he wanted to run his own thing and start new things, and Givry, which is in the south of Burgundy, was extremely appealing to him, and he joined the family, and we couldn't be happier. He pushed us to do biodynamic and organic farming, which a lot of people sometimes think, oh, your wine is, I'm scared of trying an organic wine or a biodynamic wine. It might be, it might be cloudy. Sorry, I need a sip. Cheers. It might be cloudy, it might be a little funky. I'm not sure about this. So I hope our wine will speak for themselves. They are made with a lot of passion. They're made in the most natural way possible. We do not use any pesticides, and this since 2015, so we're organically certified, which was a big news. But we didn't do it to be cool. It was not like, let's be organic and let's sell a lot of wine, and it's still a very small production. One of the wines you're gonna try tonight, which is the Margot Pascal, named after our family, is we make 3 barrels a year on a good year. So it's very low yield, very small production. So I'm very honored to have them today. All the way, from Givry to Colorado seems like a dream come true. So thank you, Brad. I have so many things to tell you about the wines, and I'm gonna bug you and probably stop at your table at some point with a map to talk about whatever you want to talk. Tasting wine is personal. I'm gonna, obviously we have the typical tasting notes, and you might feel vanilla, you might feel a little bit of honey and toasted brioche. But at the end, it's it's personal. It's whatever you feel, and I'd love to hear how you feel when you drink our wines, our organic wines. The domaine's motto is Simplex Natura, which means let nature control. So it's really, we describe ourselves as farmers. We are not winemakers. We're not, we are farmers. You learn every year. You try to become a better farmer, and you listen to the vineyard. So every year we learn something different. The weather's going to give another dynamic to how you're going to make your own wine, and how you're going to age it. What are you're going to change in the vinification process. So it's a learning process, and my dad is always eager to learn new things. But what else can I tell you? It's like overwhelming.
Margot, you want to touch on some of the, obviously there's the wines at Givry, and then there's parcels in Puligny.
Yes, thank you, Red, for grounding me. We have some, the wines you're going to try right now is the Puligny, the Chassagne. And so we have some Chassagne Montrachet, some Puligny Montrachet, which are part of Côte de Beaune, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And then we have our Givry Premier Cru in Côte Chalonnaise, so that's another southern area. And we have the Santenay Beauregard, I believe, on the cheese, which is going to be a bomb. I mean, that's my feeling. But we have different parcels. We harvest whole. We don't distill the grapes. We try to give as much instruction as we can. So these are wines that are, they're powerful. They can be tense, but they have a great aging potential. So you can keep them safe in your Boulder cellars, if you choose so. But they're complex, and they have a lot to offer, and they're very versatile. You can pair them with a lot of things, and sometimes you don't need to pair it with anything, and just have a glass by yourself when you're homeschooling your kids. We made it. We're out of it. Thanks to wine. But more seriously, I really hope you can make it to Burgundy, and you can, and I'll host you, and my father will be very happy to meet the people in person, and we'll have some good gougère filled with cheese, and we'll watch the sunset. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's beautiful. What else can I tell you about the wines? Brett?
I think we can say, I think we'll plan to have Margot walk around if you have questions as the staff starts to pour some of the wines, and as you get a chance to have a little introductions to them. I think it might be relevant to go around.
Yeah, I just remembered one thing, and then I'll let you. I know you want to enjoy your evening and talk to your friends. We have a gravity-fed winery. We're one of the only ones in Burgundy, and this is all part of our philosophy of being simplex natura. Gravity-fed means no pumping, means less risk of oxidation, but also it's less stressful on your wine. So the grapes and the juice are coming from the harvest, then they are going in these vats, and then they go into the barrels, and then down to the barrels they go to another stainless steel tank. For a couple months. We don't filter our wine, so they're a bit, it's gonna be a mouthful. And then from then, once everything falls down and we can, it's clear and it's not cloudy and it looks perfect, and the extraction is there, we will bottle it, and then we will, wait a couple months again. So these wines, we do not typically release our wines like other winemakers, so we don't. A lot of people are already selling their 2019. We're not releasing that before spring. So we just we take our time, and we're gonna get that out when we're ready and when it's good. So yes, that's a little story about the gravity. Please enjoy, and I'll come and bother you in a little bit.